Need a winter holiday escape? Forget your cares in Fiji. White sand beaches and scuba diving are calling. Your tropical paradise getaway is just one nonstop Fiji Airways flight away. With round-trip fares starting at $899 from LAX or SFO. Or check out great fares to Australia and New Zealand with seamless connections via Fiji. Book now at FijiAirways.com. From here to happiness, flying direct with Fiji Airways.
Trying to find your happiness this winter? Let Fiji Airways fly you there direct. Whether you're sunbathing or snorkeling, dining or dreaming, you'll experience legendary Fijian hospitality. Expect the warmest of welcomes in this Pacific paradise. Unplug, unwind, and relax in your happy place, Fiji. Get great deals on direct flights to happiness at FijiAirways.com. That's FijiAirways.com. You deserve this. Go from here to happiness, flying direct with Fiji Airways.
Hi, this is Crystal Hardison from Southeastern Livingston Center. I'm the director, and you are listening to Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Local Leaders, the podcast. And look, I'm always intrigued when I have a music industry person on this show, whether it's a singer, a band, guitarist, whatever. I love it because to say this industry is tough would be a total understatement. It takes kind of a special kind of hustle, and I love that. So across from me, I have Miss Lauren Lee of the Lauren Lee Band, and we're going to talk all about the great things that she's doing in that industry, the music industry, and things she has coming up, kind of the hustle it's taken her to get where she's at now, and all of those good things. But first, I want to welcome you to Local Leaders. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have you here. So being a singer in a band is just like one part of you, right? You're a mother, a new mother at that. You're soon to be a wife.
Yes.
So she's taken, gentlemen, if you're watching, if you're a single guy out there, forget it. Get married in January.
Yes, I am. I'm planning a wedding. I'm standing in a wedding this weekend for a friend. It's busy all the time.
It just keeps on going. It's like an Energizing Woman. I get it. So in addition to all that, you're a paralegal at a law firm, big law firm in Baton Rouge. So you must drink a lot of coffee, right?
And a lot of wine.
And a lot. That's right. The wine at night, the coffee in the morning.
Exactly.
I get
That's
it.
how I'm functioning.
I totally get it. Now, singing for you started at a pretty early age. Mm-hmm. You have kind of a cool story that you told me when we first met where you sang Redneck Woman. Kind of tell us about that.
Yeah. So I was about 8 or 9 years old. I don't really know exactly the age, but I was old enough to think I was something because I just got on stage. I asked the DJ, we were at our family campground that we go to religiously, and I just thought maybe the DJ would let me sing this song, and I asked him to. I got up there, sang Redneck Woman, and at the end, the crowd just went crazy, kind of. They kind of were all gathered around, whereas before they were spread out. Right. And I don't know. I think I had like an inkling in me at that point where it was like, well, maybe I like have something here, you know? And I started listening to my favorite vocalist and just took it from there. Yeah.
And off you go from there. Singing maybe just became something you did in the shower or whatever.
In my room.
There you go. But with the hairbrush and all.
Yes. My brother was my audience.
Awesome. You kind of always had singing in the back of your mind, maybe as you're going through. You eventually graduate from St. Amant High School.
Yes.
Go Gators,
yes, maybe? Go Gators.
You know, I'm a Denham Springs guy, but we'll go Gators. I'll give it to you on this show. So you graduate from St. Amant High School. After that, singing was still kind of on your mind, and you had a particular singer that you looked up to.
Oh yeah.
So tell us who that is and how they kind of inspired you.
Well, everyone knows I'm a crazy Carrie Underwood fan. If you know me, you know that about me.
She's a pretty good singer.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
And basically, I saw her audition. I remember we were watching American Idol, me and my dad and my brother, and her audition, me and my dad were like, she's going to win. Like, the show's over. She's going to win. And I watched her journey, like, through the whole entire show. I've watched her career I've kept eyes on her through everything she's done. Yeah. And then, I found other vocalists that I really liked that also sang really good like her. And I just learned all of their songs.
She's hard to beat.
But she's hard to beat. She's my favorite. I feel like I just relate to her on so many different levels. Everything that she does, it's like, that's what I would do kind of thing. But she just is so graceful and poised, and she can get up there and rock out and sing about, cheating men, and then she can also get up and make a whole album about Jesus. Like, that is just amazing. And I'm really big on my faith. I'm really big on God. And then I'm also really big on being a strong woman and, standing up for yourself in any situation. So,
and she's all of those
I feel
things.
like she is too, yeah.
I remember when she auditioned for American Idol, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, she's going to win. I mean, I knew it right when she opened her mouth and started, just a gift from God.
I'm
right?
actually
That
going
voice.
to see her in less than a week from tomorrow. I'm going to see her in New Orleans.
Have you ever met her?
No, one day. I will not leave this earth without at least meeting her and letting her know that, like, I probably would not have a singing career had I not.
Carrie, if you're out there, Lauren Lee would love to meet you if you're listening to this, and she'll be at your show.
So I told my mom, I was like, we got in seats just in case she wants to call me up there.
Yes, no doubt. Total inspiration to you, and as a matter of fact, such an inspiration that you kind of followed in her footsteps a little bit, and at one point you tried out for American Idol.
I did. I was always set on, as soon as I can try out, I'm going to. And it was always 16 years old, and then it dropped to 15 when I turned 15. So I went to Houston and tried out, and I didn't make it very far. I was really young and really not established, but it was an experience. And then I did it again.
Hey, you went for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to be able to say, like, I said I was going to do this, and I did it, whether it worked out or not. A golden ticket would have been great, but I don't think I was that good yet. I was like 15, so did it
what
again in New
like?
Orleans. The first time I was really easy. I was actually one of the first people to go, so I waited all morning in line and everything. My grandparents brought me, and
Bunches of people.
Wow. Like, lots of personalities, lots of characters.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah.
And then it's funny because you'll see them, and then when you watch back, like, the show American Idol that season, you're like, oh, I remember seeing him in line. Like,
that's funny.
But I did it then, and then I was one of the first people to audition, and so I really got to go home early because I didn't make it very far. So it was like a win-win. Like, ooh, we came all the way out here, didn't work out. We don't have to wait. People wait there for hours. Like, it's an all-day thing.
Oh wow.
So in New Orleans, it was a little bit different. It was long, all day. But I remember that time I got to shake Ryan Seacrest's hand because they were, like, doing the filming and trying to get the New Orleans, I don't know, the footage.
Right.
And he came around and shook all of our hands, and so I
that
got to
was
shake
cool.
his hand. So that was cool, yeah. And then I auditioned for that one later in the day. It was an all-day thing, and so I thought, well, maybe, I'll get it this time because I'm waiting so
Yeah.
But no, didn't make it past that one. But still, I got to say that I did it. Like,
that's
no
right.
regrets. I said as soon as I turned the age that I could try out, I was going to do that.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I did it twice. And,
yeah,
it's what it is.
It's people don't realize the percent that actually, not only that actually make it on that show, but then you get in like the final five. I mean, you're talking out of the entire United States, everybody that sings.
Oh, yeah.
That tried out for that, which probably is in the millions.
Yes, absolutely.
So it doesn't mean a whole lot if someone doesn't get past a certain point. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean they're not talented or anything.
No, you should have heard the people that you can hear singing, like, from, if you're sitting up there, you can hear the people just belting, and they are good, and they are not getting through either.
Right.
So I'm like, if she didn't get through, I'm not getting through.
Oh, Lord.
There's no way, but I'm still going to go for it. Like,
You remember the guy Sanjay Malakar?
I do.
Oh, God, he was
I
horrible.
do.
How did he make it on there? I have no clue.
See, back then it used to be for TV. So, like, even when I went on it, when I was, like, auditioning, I remember it wasn't even Katy Perry. It was maybe J-Lo and them. I'm not even sure who it was at the time. But it was definitely, they were trying to audition people to put on TV and, you know, put on the show. Like, you know, I feel like now seasons, they've actually put on more good singers that actually can sing.
Right.
And less of the comedy acts.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Which I appreciate.
No doubt about it. But some of that is TV, and they, you know, like that Sanjay Malakar guy, that was more a personality ploy, and he would be good for TV because he's different.
Get the ratings up.
Yeah, get the ratings up. They do all them tricks on TV.
Yeah.
That kind of leads me into my next thing, and that is your ability to kind of accept failure. Now, this is something that really impressed me about you, because that's a true sign of a leader. What's super impressive is that you learned that at such an early age, right? I was much older before I learned that failure was okay, and that sometimes failure is a good thing. It's all in how you handle failure. So I would imagine as a singer, you know, just in that industry, you better get comfortable with falling down sometimes, right? It's tough.
Absolutely. I feel like every time I fail or I get told no or it's not what I want to hear, it just gives me more momentum to like go out and figure out maybe why or do something better or, you know, improve in some kind of way to either change their mind or just prove them wrong to somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
Tell me no, I'm going to do the total opposite.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm kind of stubborn, but
stubborn's great.
No,
especially
I have.
In your industry.
I've been told so many times. You know, I've been in a few bands. I started off with like a little acoustic group, and I just knew that I needed to get out there and gig. And you know, it probably wasn't like we weren't the best. We were just having some little acoustic deals, and I wanted to do more. And so somewhere along the way, I ended up going around like just singing on stage, singing with a bunch of different bands. And Party at Joe's needed a lead singer.
Yeah.
And so they reached out to me, and I was with them for about, you know, almost a year, probably. I'm not really sure. But we did a ton of weddings, great band, still love them to this day. They're really great guys in that band. But LaBerge did not like their female singer. And whoever was booking at LaBerge at the time.
How dare you, LaBerge?
The LaBerge booker, the guy messaged Party at Joe's and said basically, you know, if you guys don't find a new lead female, then we're going to have to, you know, cancel all the dates. Let me know if you get a new lineup. And so that was kind of like the ticket to be like, wow, you know, I was kind of surprised to hear that I was you know, fired in a sense. But you know what? It was honestly the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because I learned so much with that band, Party at Joe's. Everything that comes, the business aspect of this industry, just the booking, having the basic etiquette on stage, working with other musicians who've been doing this for so long. And I'm just coming in. I'm only 24, probably one of the youngest people to be in a huge band like this. The most people I see are in their 30s, you know, and so I'm like, it's got to be my age, you know. I'm just not developed. I've got some growing to do here, obviously, and so.
Wait, before you go any further, because I want to say this. Number one, you're 100% correct on everything you're saying. Number two, it blows. How old are you?
27.
27. It blows my mind at 27 that you can have that type of attitude, which is the correct attitude to have. And most people, I would probably say 99% of the people your age don't have it.
Yeah.
And that's not a knock against 27-year-olds. I didn't have it at 27. I'm only 28 now, but at 27, I did not have it. And it's rare, but it's exactly correct in how you should think. You really only got two choices in that situation. You can get pissed off. You can say, you know what, screw them. They're wrong. I'm right, or whatever. Right. Or you can say, I want to take some ownership and maybe something I'm doing wrong, and then take the steps to fix it. Sounds like you chose the latter.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's me who ultimately wants to do this. I'm the one who, you know, I want to be on stage. I've been like I had no problem being in the spotlight my entire life.
Yeah.
Trust me. Dance, cheer, I was right there.
I kind of get that.
Yeah, no, not me. But I know that this is something that I want to do. Everyone has their hobby, their thing. And this is my thing that my entire life I feel like God has given me. And when I was younger, I wouldn't sing. I would be really nervous, and people would beg me and beg me and beg me. But somewhere along, I'm like, why are you being selfish holding this in? Like, you need to let people hear you, and people are asking, like, where are you going to be? Are you still singing? Are you still singing? And the more times I got asked that question, I was like, okay, I have got to do something with this, like I've got to start somewhere. And it was like from the bottom.
Yeah.
I just joined whatever wanted to pick me up, and it was actually presented to me. So it was, worked out, but I don't know. I just want to do it. I just want to be up there, whether it's $0 or $1,000. I just want to be up there and, helping people have a good time and enjoying the moment. I feel like our show can give any age a good time.
Yeah.
Whether you're small, young kids, get up there and dance at the acoustic gigs. They're always in the front of the restaurants, or then at nighttime in the bars, They're always, all the adults. I mean, every age loves it.
Sondra Richard has been in the business of selling homes for over 20 years. This award-winning realtor brings the perfect blend of professionalism, integrity, and client satisfaction to every buying and selling transaction. A passion for both her clients and her community makes Sondra the perfect choice when buying or selling your home. So if you're in need, call the Cajun Lady, Sondra Richard, at 225-955-5484, or visit her on the web at sondrasellshouses.com. Sondra Richard, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast. Your attitude towards it is just super impressive. I don't think you have a whole lot of quit in you.
No, I'm just getting started.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Love it. Love it.
I am.
So, after that, much like leaders do, as we just said, you didn't give up, you regrouped, and eventually you formed the Lauren Lee Band. Now, just a few days ago, a podcast that I produced called Hustle Made It Happen had a popular guest on the show named Kieran Chawla. She came in and they sat her down and they talked. And she said something that in that interview that number one, I thought was very profound, but number two, it made me kind of think of you. So I'm going to quote it.
Okay.
She said, the rug is going to be pulled out from under you 1,000 times in life, be it a relationship, be it a job, whatever. Never be afraid to get back up. If you can stand back up, that's the true test. And she went on to quote Cody Johnson's song by saying, if you get a chance, take it. If you got a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. Absolutely. I bet that makes sense to you.
Absolutely.
Resonates?
And that song resonates. I've asked the band to start playing that song because it really does. I've actually put it on my list before.
I totally thought of you when she said
100%,
that.
every time. It really is. I mean, everyone's going to fail at any point in life.
Mm-hmm.
Tragedy is going to strike. Trauma is going to strike. It could be to you, a loved one, anybody else. But like, we as humans, it's up to us. It's only in our control to be able to make something out of it, make the best of any situation. I really don't like to sit in the negative. If there's a problem or anything's going on, I give myself like 2 days to cry about it, and then I'm moving on to the solution. Time to figure it out,
Man, that is so right.
I mean,
Very
we can't sit in the negative. We have to I think I learned the hard way, because I did sit in the negative so long when I was younger. I made some bad choices. We all do when we're younger. And
all my
thank God
choices
I did
were
it
horrible.
with then and not now. Now
That's
I'm
right.
redeeming myself. But I did. And so I learned the hard way. And I think, a lot of times I hear things in myself. I hear myself in my head.
Yeah.
Saying things that my parents said growing up that I didn't want to listen to.
You're right.
Yeah.
And back when we were that age, we were thinking, I'm never going to tell
I know
my kids
everything.
that.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm
right.
going to be such a great parent.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like you.
Yeah, I would never do
But
that.
you know what? It resonates. Like, everything they said takes on a different meaning when you're older, and that's why they say we understand. You won't understand until you get older and stuff like that, because you really don't. You can't understand. And
it's all a part of growth.
It is growth. Yeah. Growing up.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me is to always remain teachable. I feel like I just can't ever know everything there is to know about anything. There's always someone better than me out there. There's always someone that's going to, come out and shine, or whatever the case may be. But nobody knows everything. I am just one person in a group of billions and billions of people on this earth, and every person that you come in contact with in life, you should learn something from.
Wow. Where did you get okay, so that's not, again, I keep harping on that, but that's not a common attitude for someone your age. So who kind of instilled that in you? Who would you give credit? Or is that just something you felt, it's just kind of how you've always been?
I've kind of always kind of been like that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I used to do everything my way. And doing everything and I thought I knew everything, literally, like growing up, a teenager, up until I knew everything.
All of it was figured out.
You could not tell me nothing. And I, fell on my butt a few times. I didn't sing from when I was 17 to 21, maybe. I think I came back singing when I was 22. So there was a period of time where I just was, being young.
Yeah.
I knew everything, not making good decisions probably. And that's when one day I woke up and was like, okay, you've got to stop doing things your way, because you're obviously, it's not working.
Right.
It's not working.
Yeah.
So just drop it. And I kind of found God right there and gave it all to him and let go, and was just like, whatever plan you have for me, just give it to me. I'm going to get out my own way at this point.
Yeah.
And so I just took it from there and stopped listening to me and started listening to other people and taking suggestion. And it helped me so much that at this point I couldn't do anything without the suggestions from anybody else. I always get 3 or 4 opinions on everything before I do them.
Very smart. And it sounds like at some point in life you just got humbled.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, I've been humbled many times in my life, and we all get to points, and confidence is a beautiful thing, but someone that can be confident and humble at the same time, just kind of remember what got them there. They're a force.
Yes.
And it seems like you're kind of at that stage where, hey, you got confidence. I can see it in you, but you don't forget the struggle.
Right.
And all of that. And I think that's kind of the difference between those that are good and those that are great. The ones that are great always keep that in the back of their mind, what it took to get there. And so when they have the confidence to go along with it, dangerous. So you're doing very well.
Good, thank you.
And in your industry, again, that's got to be something that is very important, because it's an unforgiving industry, I would say. I've sat a lot of people from bands in this chair, some of them super successful, some of them up and comers, some of them kind of in between, and all of them have had your story, you know? So it's and what I mean by that is it doesn't mean jack squat, really. It is part of the journey. And how you I guess accept that is whether or not you're going to eventually make it, succeed in that. And you're doing the right thing. The other folks I've sat down, they were doing the right thing, and that was they didn't let it deter them off the path they felt like they were meant to have.
Right.
And so that's a very good thing. And I just wanted to mention that to you, because I think it's important that you know that. I asked you, what was kind of the most difficult thing to get going? And you said something very interesting. So you said in this, and I want to quote it, taking myself seriously and getting others to take me seriously enough to come play gigs with me. I don't play an instrument, and I'm a small human. And you're a small human. Obviously, laugh out loud. And I'm a female just trying to make her way in the industry that is full of males, at least locally it is. I understand how easy it can be to brush me off, but I know that people engage in a deeper interaction once they see and hear what I have to bring to the table. It's just like, give a girl a chance.
Right. Like, how can anybody gain experience if you don't give it to them? And I've said that since I started working when I was 15.
Yes.
Because people don't hire you when you're looking for jobs. And
right.
It's the same thing. Like,
well, you've never worked in a job before.
Give me some experience.
You got to start somewhere.
Try to build a resume.
Yes, you got to start somewhere.
Right.
Is that a struggle? Is that something that you feel like sometimes from a female perspective, it can be a little harder because maybe the male dominated bookers in this area, or probably music overall, when a female comes in there, it's just a different type of attitude.
Yeah.
BJ Pawn and Gun in Denham Springs wants to buy your unwanted gold jewelry, gold coins, and gold bullion. With 30 years of experience operating in the Livingston Parish area, BJ Pawn wants to be your source when selling your gold. So stop by BJ Pawn today for a no-obligation offer. BJ Pawn, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
I mean, I'm confident, and
Sure.
I know that I do believe that I'm a pretty girl. I have a lot of confidence, and so I don't ever want to.
You're
be
not hard to look at.
Yeah, I'm easy on the eyes, and
Right.
I've been told that enough times in my life to know that, to be aware, and so you do. At this day and age, and especially with the way the world is, I don't want to be misinterpreted in any way, shape, or form. I always keep it very, 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 very professional. I think that sometimes, when trying to get gigs, people will underestimate me. They will, and they'll just hear this voice on the other side of the phone and not really know what's going to come out of it. And then they see the picture, and so they'll say, well, come check out our venue. And, see, like, I don't need to check out the venue.
Right. Yeah.
I know.
Venue's awesome.
Like.
Hire me.
I want to come check it out. I want to come play on the stage, actually.
Yeah.
I want to sit down and have dinner. I want to get me a date. Let's talk the price and let's book the gig. And there is, I think there's a different kind of respect that I have to earn in this industry from,
Get great deals throughout the store at Safeway. This week at Safeway, get mega packs of bone-in USDA choice beef New York strip steaks for $5.97 per pound with digital coupon. Limit 2 packages. Plus, Haas avocados are 10 for $10. Member price. Also, this week at Safeway, mix or match 12 packs of 12-ounce cans or 8 packs of 12-ounce bottles of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, 7-Up, or Dr. Pepper are buy 2, get 3 free. Limit 3 free items. Member price plus CRV. Visit Safeway.com or head in store for more deals.
Breast milk science. It's a thing, and it's our thing. We're ByHeart. We're an infant formula company on a mission to get a lot closer to the most super food on the planet, breast milk. Our patented protein blend has more of the important and most abundant proteins found in breast milk. We're the first and only U.S.-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, not skim. We make our formula in our own factories in Iowa, Oregon, and Pennsylvania, using a small batch manufacturing process that works to preserve the integrity of our ingredients. We ran the largest clinical trial by a new infant formula company in 25 years, and clinically proved benefits like easier digestion, less gas, and softer poops versus a leading infant formula. We were the first infant formula company to earn the Clean Label Project Purity Award. And while we've put a lot into ByHeart, there's a long list of things you won't see on our ingredient list, like no corn syrup, no maltodextrin, no GMO ingredients, no soy, no palm oil. ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
Anybody, not just men, women, anybody doing it. Because, everybody that's booking, they're looking for something. They're working their numbers within their budget, or they're, listening to somebody else, or, they have their people. And so you got to figure out why they want to add you to that little thing.
Right.
And so, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with different kind of ways to just be on people's radar and, you know.
Which this is one of them,
I
right?
constantly, yes, exactly. Get my name, like constantly I used to get on stage with whoever, like if I knew them, just to be able to say my name. So like one day you're going to hear this name, you know.
Yeah.
Just last weekend I was in New Orleans and the piano guy let me get up there and sing with him. And I got to say, you know, my name's Lauren Lee. So like when people put out their phones, people are going to remember that name one day, hopefully, if something happens. And I just try to stay on people's radar, especially when it comes to bookings. Like, people don't like to, when you reach them out to book, it'll take a while sometimes to get back to you, you know. So I'll constantly, just like every month on the same day of the month.
I love it.
You know, I'm staying on their radar. It's like, hey, you want to talk dates? Da, 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 da. You know, and I'm trying to get all over Louisiana for now. You know, we've in Baton Rouge, we've done Plaquemine, we've done Denham, Ascension, we've even been in Gramercy. You know, I'm trying to get all over Louisiana. People want to see a new face and people want to appreciate a female. You know, a lot of times you would think from the crowd perspective, you would ideally, I guess, maybe, I don't know, I could be totally wrong, but females tend to gravitate towards my shows. Like when I see the crowd, it's a lot of females, and I love it. Like, I want y'all to come up there and sing every song with me because I know you know it. And then the guys, they just like it too. Like, they're in there, any man of mine. Like, all the guys are getting down. Like, in Boudreaux and Thibodeau's, every guy in there is like screaming, any man of mine, to the top of their lungs. Like,
Lauren, one thing that you've used the term several times, and that is gigging, which is kind of a term for getting gigs, obviously, and in the industry, that's what they call that. And you started doing some gigging after you left Party with Joe's, and you had an incident where you were at Pelican Point for something, and I guess an issue happened. And the reason I bring this up is I want the folks that are listening to us right now, number one, see how you persevered through that, but number two, learn a lesson on how sometimes things work out even in the least expected time.
Absolutely.
So tell us that story.
Yeah, so I'm booked to play at Pelican Point just for an acoustic gig. And at the time, it was just one of those things, I'm going to book it and I'm going to find somebody to come play because I was just determined to do it, you know. And I was hoping, you know, maybe I would, you know, fall into the right hands at some point.
Sure.
So it's like a week away from the gig, and I still cannot find a single person to play for me. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to cancel it. And my fiance takes me to meet a bunch of his friends on the river, and one of them used to play in a band, and he doesn't anymore, but he knew the perfect person to like connect me with for this gig. He's like, I know the guy, he's going to come help you. And I mean, after this gig, I was going to be done. I was like, I'm tired of looking for people to play. I need people to, you know, either like believe in me or some kind of prioritize me in a way if I'm going to do this. And I can't just keep getting up there with different people all the time. You know, it's just not consistent. And
people play differently, so I'd imagine it's kind of a struggle to get the synchronization that you need between
That's exactly
a singer
what
and a
it
band.
is. And so I didn't want to do that anymore. I was really, you know, just over it. And I said, after this gig, if it doesn't go good, I'm just gonna give it up. You know, that was the only thing I had booked.
Yeah.
And luckily, the friend of a friend came through, Preston Wallace, and he
Shout out,
actually was kind of in the same place that I was, I guess, looking for a place to put his feet down and start gigging again. Yeah. And we were like, let's start a band. He wanted to do this. He had the same vision. We think we both envisioned the same kind of idea. And he just needed somebody to help put it together. So he has, like, you know, he does a lot for the band. He's got all the equipment when it comes to that. And he plays all the, you know, not all the instruments, but he does. He helps bring all the musicians to the band that are in it. So I didn't know them before. He was like, I guess, I don't know what he told them to get them to come play, but whatever it was, thank you. Because it's going great. But no, he did. And since then, I mean, it's just been great. The first year I was pregnant, you know, I ended up getting pregnant after, and I was like, ooh, like, I'm really sorry, but I'm still going to do this. Like, I'm not going to, like, I'm determined to do this. Like, we're going to gig while I'm pregnant, and we are going to get through this.
Gig while I'm pregnant.
Yeah, we're going to make this our rehearsals, okay, you know, and just get our name out. Because people came still, pregnant and all.
Wow.
And but then when I came back in March this year with you know, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, it's been very, very fun and very busy. But there's been a lot of great feedback from it. And it definitely took a village. It wasn't just me, it was all these people coming together and making this thing happen. You know, we all have to work together, and I'll be honest, sometimes it's not pretty. I mean, you know, business is business, and we do get very close when we work together all the time, and then we're gigging together all the time and making music. It's something about making music that really does bring people together.
Sure.
But there can be, you know,
well, music in general,
disagreements, and there can be this and that.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
I want to keep everybody together, and if there's a problem, let's get through it. Let's not have all the, you know, I really do respect and love everybody that comes and plays for me, no matter if it's just one gig or two gigs. Like, I thank you for showing up and being here, because you do not know how hard it has been to get people to just come and respect me and take me seriously, and not, you know, and just do this because they believe in whatever I'm doing. You know?
I love that. And, you know, credit to you for shouting out the people in the band with you, because it takes a team. It takes a team to make all those things succeed. There's no doubt about it. I want everybody to keep in mind that it's not your only thing that you do. You also have a full-time job.
I do.
Your mother, you know, so that life, I guess you could say, the singing life, that industry, it typically takes place at night, right? It's and on weekends, you know, are probably your biggest times.
Yep.
How do you find that energy? How do you keep going? I mean, were you always someone that didn't require a whole lot of sleep, or?
I guess so. I don't know. You know, recently I've been told a lot that I am high energy, and I thought it was just on stage.
I get told that too. Yeah.
I thought it was just on stage, and the more I'm getting told, I'm like, am I really like that all the time? They're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you absolutely are. And I'm like, okay. I mean, but I guess it's fine. I mean,
it's awesome.
It's just something that I didn't, you know, I'm very self-aware, and so I didn't account that I was this high energy, you know, all the time. But it just, I don't know, like,
it's a huge asset when you get older and all of that. So it's a great quality.
I mean, it is great. I love that the way the industry is. The weekends and everything, I get to put my baby to sleep, or almost to sleep, and then go sing, you know. So it's not like I'll be honest, I do feel like I'm missing out sometimes, and because I am busy all the time. I work all week, all day, and you know, she goes to daycare, and then I pick her up, and then I try not to play gigs on Monday through Thursdays at all. Like, I really don't care to do a Thursday gig. Those are my nights to, you know, after work I'm done and I'm hanging out with my family. But Fridays and Saturdays, the weekends are very busy.
Sure.
You know, and so if we ever have a gig like on a Saturday night, I'll spend the whole Saturday with her. I won't do anything. And you know, if I have to one time I had to get a babysitter like 3 nights in a row, and I was like, I'm not getting a babysitter for 2 weeks. And Ryan wanted to go somewhere, and I was like, we are not doing anything.
Yeah. No,
but no, it does. It's hard, but it has to be worth something. You know, a lot of people would think when I got pregnant, that it was time to just stop, you know, give it up. And maybe not, but ideally people would think that it's not the best thing to do when you're pregnant. And me, I was like, I feel like if I don't, like, this opportunity is here in front of me. If I don't, what am I going to tell her when she asks me why I have this singing voice when I'm older, and, you know, why I never did anything with it, or if she finds out that I gave it all up for her. And honestly, I don't think she would want that. I mean, I just think that it's more momentum to go even work harder and do it for my child, you know. I want to be a great role model, and I want to lead by example. And what am I teaching her if I'm teaching her to quit?
That's right.
You know?
Very true. Very true. And you're teaching her a lot of perseverance. And look, what you do is no different than any other business. Mm-hmm. And when you're building that business, it requires a ton of dedication, a ton of work. You put in a lot of hours, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking the whole time, eventually this is going to pay off. Eventually this is going to pay off. And I believe that the business gods reward those who stay the course and don't give up.
Absolutely.
And we've all done it. I'm still doing it. I work a boatload. It's insane. And have these, a family to juggle and everything else as well. But it's just what it is. And eventually it will pay off for all of us. So you're doing a great, great job there. Stephanie Berthelot and the crew at SR Enterprise can handle it all, from sheetrock to texture to paint. Give Stephanie a call at 504-432-9284. SR Enterprise, where they spread the paint and you spread the word. A lot of people are going to say, man, this girl's awesome. We're watching this thing. We're into her. We're digging her. What type of music is she? Rap? Does she do Eminem type stuff? What type of music do you sing?
Okay, yeah. So I like to rock out.
Yeah.
But I do start off with country.
Yeah.
The whole beginning of my gigs is like
here.
90s country.
Yeah.
But every song we do, you will know. You will know the words to at least some part of the song.
Great.
It's very common songs. So, but it's not crying your beer bottle country either. It's fun country. Like we have Sugarland and who else?
Sugarland.
Little Big Town.
Yeah.
Pontoon.
Oh,
we do them. And then I'll do like Alicia Keys in there too. I know that's not country, but we like to slow it down with her.
Yeah.
And then when we come back from break, I usually just rock out. It's more of a show, honestly. Song after song after song. There's no breaks in between because I have to keep them going. I got to keep them on the stage.
That's right.
Every song is a song that you know for sure. But people love it. At the end, I have a guy, my guitar player, Richard. He also sings some songs, kind of gives me a break. But his songs everybody knows them. Everybody loves them. And I've honestly taken a new liking to like this punk rock since I've started doing this.
Yeah.
Before, I really wasn't into like the Avril Lavigne or the, just the punk rocky stuff.
Right.
And the guys in my band have really introduced me to some songs that I never even thought I would sing.
They're corrupting.
I always knew who Alanis Morissette was, but I didn't know ought to know until I had to sing it.
Yeah.
But now we do it.
I'm going to play y'all a short clip just from one of her shows that she sent me. So I'm going to let you listen to it, and we'll pick up right after that. Now, so I hope y'all all enjoyed that. She can sing. That's all I can tell you. She can sing. So we're going to tell you later on some places she's going to be coming up, and you can go check it out. But I wanted to read something else. Quote you. I'm quoting you twice today.
Oh, my goodness.
You were full of the quotes. You were full of the good stuff. So every guest that I have on the show, I ask them a why statement. It's just kind of why they do what they do. You are very unique in that in your age, you have already been through a whole lot of stuff in this industry. You've seen a lot of ups and downs and all that sort of thing. So I was very interested in reading your why statement. And you put, I mean, why not? God gave me something to share. How selfish of me to hide it. The encouragement and support I get from my peers and the crowd and the people who always ask, where will you be next, is what keeps me going. It has to be worth it in the end, and I feel it in my bones that it will be.
Yes.
Love that.
I do.
Love that. Everything in that screams, I'm not going to quit till I'm there.
Oh, no.
I love it.
I've even said it on the phone to my guys. I'm like, I don't know if you know, I know we don't know each other that well, but I'm not stopping. Like, I'm going to get somewhere with this.
Yeah, you are. There's no doubt about it. So, let's talk about some things people may not understand about the music business. Everybody sees the glitz and glamour, right? You're on stage, everybody's screaming your name, you're signing autographs, all that fun stuff. There's very few that are driving the Ferraris and living the life in the mansions and all those sorts of things. Very few make it to that level. The majority are, they're maybe Gulf Coast, type singers, and they're making a living. But they're doing what they love, and they love all of that. But especially at the beginning, there's probably a struggle just to get paid, tell us about that. Yeah.
So, the biggest thing that I think people wouldn't understand is we actually don't make that much money doing this.
You're not a millionaire yet?
I think we put more money into this than we do coming out.
Yeah.
At least right now, for sure. I mean, you have to have equipment. You have to have the right equipment.
Yeah.
And then you have to have you have to be able to pay these guys to come. I mean,
And that's a big statement right there, because people don't realize you pay your band.
We're splitting all this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everybody in the band gets I split it evenly, at least.
Yeah.
And they do a lot more work than people can see. You show up when the gig starts and everything's set up and you hear the show, you have a great time, and then you leave. And then what you don't see is how the whole band gets there like 2 hours earlier to set up. Drummers, the drums that they have to set up, take down. I mean, they complain a lot, but they have every right to, because they have a lot of crap to unload and load back up,
Yeah.
And so it does get annoying for these people who have been doing this for so long. I do see why people just kind of get ate up with it and they don't want to do it anymore, because they show up, they tear up, they take down, they get home late, they miss time with their families, all to take home $100 at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Right.
So, the biggest thing is that the reason why bands do charge what they charge is because it's an investment that we put into this, for one, and we're trying to accumulate something out of it. And also, we have to pay our band, and the more you have to work with, the more you can do, the better show you can bring.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to not all venues, but there are some venues who are bars and places that, will... maybe they just don't have the budget, which is fine and everything, but you can't expect a great band to come and then not like them because you couldn't afford. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if I'm even saying this right,
I get you. That's right. You need to...
But you have to show appreciation.
You need to be cognizant of that.
Yeah, like I wish we could.
Yeah, you ain't wanting a bar tab.
Right, right. Like we could do fine without a bar tab. A lot of them are like $700 in the bar tab, and I'm like, just go and give me the $800. Like I gotta pay these guys. Like we don't need to drink anyways. It's probably better that we don't. We do. We have fun when we do. Don't get me wrong, but we don't have to. It's not.
Yeah, give me $25 in a bar tab and pay me the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Or like the door money. We bring the people in, but if we were to take the door money, then we would probably make more money than the barmaid and alcohol sales. So how dare us?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't know. That would kind of depend on who showed up. You get a good some good drinkers in there, they'll still make money.
Yeah. Well, no, they'll still make money, but the door money is a lot whenever you have when you bring a big crowd.
Sure.
The door money turns into more than what you were agreed to pay.
Yeah.
So so there should be some kind of deal worked out, but
I agree.
Maybe
we're gonna get you
in
there.
A perfect world.
That's right. In a perfect world, I love it. I used to say that all the time to people. In a perfect world.
Maybe in a perfect world.
William Waldrep of TWFG Insurance in Denham Springs can service all of your insurance needs. Offering auto, life, health, and commercial insurance, William Waldrep of TWFG Insurance is a proud supporter of Local Leaders, the podcast. Okay, so we want to talk about some places you're going to be upcoming, because we've been going 52 minutes. Can you believe?
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, almost an hour
Shoot,
already.
I got like 3 more hours.
Flies out.
No,
That's it. That's it. We're about to order lunch in here. So we're going to talk about some upcoming dates. One thing I'm excited to report is that you're booked out for the rest of the year, right? I mean,
yes, I have 2 dates open. I realized, but yeah, other than that, I'm pretty. But I don't have
very
anything
good.
else.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So November 3rd, you're going to be at the house show.
On the half show.
On the half show.
We're going to be doing an acoustic duo there that time. We've brought our full band in the past, but we're just doing
I'd
a
love
duo.
to hear you do some acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
I bet that's really good.
It's more relaxed.
Park Place, November 12th.
Yes, November 12th.
I got Boudreaux's and Thibodeau's on the 26th.
Yes, Thanksgiving, the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Oh, there you go.
Now they're all in town.
Yes.
For families.
Yes. Yeah. Go see the Lauren Lee band.
And that's always a good show. They really like us there. I love the people that work at Boudreaux and Thibodeau's.
Yeah.
Those guys are really cool.
Very good. So check that out.
And then we have Lauren Lee Band on Instagram, Lauren Lee Band on Facebook.
And you keep people updated on your dates
Yes,
where you're
I
playing.
always post an event of where we're going to be. I try to keep it updated. I try to book everything pretty early, but you can go in there right now and see everything we're going to be for the rest of the year.
Very good. So do that. Go there. All you got to do is go to Facebook, type in Lauren Lee Band. It'll pop up. But we're going to make it easier for you. We're going to link it right in the description of, if you're watching the video version, we'll link it in that. If you're listening to the audio version, it'll still be in the description of that. So you don't have to do anything. Just when you get to where you're going, click, and it'll bring you right to that Facebook, and like the page. Stay updated, because when you like those pages, they send you notifications every time that Miss Lauren Lee posts, and you can follow her all over the country or wherever she's going next. At least on the half shell.
Yeah, at least to Berryville.
Yeah, so check that out, and let's all get behind our local singers around here and really push them, because as you can see, this lady works very, very hard and in a lot of different capacities, and we want to support you as much as possible. Did you have fun?
I did. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy I got to do this.
I had a great time talking to you. And if you're listening and you know me personally, and you want to reach out and get more information about Miss Lauren Lee, please don't hesitate to do so. Shoot me a text, and I'll put you in touch with this awesome young lady. And so that's it. Thank you for stopping by. And everyone out there, I am Jim Chapman, reminding you, love your community, support local business and local singers, just like Miss Lauren Lee, and keep leading. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details. With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.